Hello, welcome to episode 159 of Floating Through Film. It is your host Luke, and today we are doing another draft. It's been a while, I feel like, since we've done a draft. And today's draft will be, I guess we're calling this post-2010s draft?
Yes.
Post-2010?
Yes.
Maybe there's a better name for that, I don't know. But basically, as it probably is self-explanatory, we're going to be drafting our favorite movies that came out post 2010. We were just gonna do 2010s, but then we should probably there's some good movies, actually a lot of good movies that came out in the 2020s too, I feel like. So
Yeah, there's a few.
So
small sample
might
size
as well.
for me.
Yes, I guess yeah, for sure.
Do we have any overall thoughts though on this kind of era?
I'm trying to watch more. That's the thing. It's hard for me to say.
Yes.
I've definitely done a good job. I've started it was one of my film resolutions was I want to watch more contemporary directors, and I've definitely started to do a better job on that, especially. And I think I'll have a couple picks that'll be representative of that, but I'm still ongoing on that.
Dune 2 fan over here.
Okay, come on, that's too far. But yeah.
What about you, Lloyd?
No, I was actually going through, especially my 2010s ratings, and I forgot how many great movies were in the 2010s, honestly. 2020s, like I said, I haven't seen, especially past 2021, I haven't seen that much. I think the rate of, literally the rate of me watching movies from 2022 on every year has gone down. It's I think 2022 I had maybe 30, and then it's only gone down from there, so definitely not a good sample size for me for 2020, but there are a few good ones that I'm definitely going to hopefully get at least one on there. But overall, I definitely, we were actually having the discussion before. I think movies now are kind of a little bit weaker, but I also don't watch bad movies that from the older eras as often. So the sample size from the older eras is just always usually better for me, obviously, because I try to pick the better ones. But yeah. I don't know. There's something to be said about how streaming has literally destroyed the movie industry, but
I agree. But also, I kind of maybe go in between. This is an era I feel like I watched more as I was, more watching movies than as I've gotten serious, more deeper into movies. I've always obviously watched movies in the past, and I haven't caught up to more of the modern directors that are still.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to watch movies in the past because you have more distance from them. Mm-hmm. And for me, especially studying directors, it's a lot easier to study them once you see the full context of their career, and kind of their changes and such. Basically, when they're dead, it's easier to study them, I guess, is a better way to say it. But
I do think older movies just also have it's just more of a newness to cinema in general. It was still a new art, which is still cinema is still a new art. It just feels like it's kind of stagnating already, which is kind of crazy. But it feels like a lot of, especially studio cinema has been pigeonholed into just what was successful in the past, and that's what has to keep on going instead of just experimenting with what could be. Because there are some great directors, obviously, that still do that. Psy, we have so many modern directors that do that, but a lot of them also don't make actual movies. They are more short filmmakers. They don't do feature length movies. Still filmmakers, but
yeah, because you said actual movies.
No, yeah, still filmmakers, but they don't make feature length movies.
Yeah.
It's more. I don't know. I love Skyhoe Pinka, he's a very experimental
honestly
YouTuber basically.
That's basically my.
But he's a filmmaker, obviously.
You definitely touched on maybe all of our blind spots, but definitely mine, and the one I want to go into the future, studying more in film is definitely the experimental side of cinema, because it's those kind of blinders we have, this is a movie of feature length and it's usually costs hundreds of thousands, millions, usually millions of dollars to make, versus if it's something that just a single person made. Obviously, we don't have that bias, but just naturally, you tend to watch more bigger budget movies. But someone like Chris Marker,
yes,
we all still consider him a filmmaker, and he basically made his movies by himself. But that's basically where I think more like I hope in the future, like if I did this draft in like 10 years, I hope more of my films have like some of those kinds of movies on it because like
yeah, like James Benning, I've heard is really good.
Yeah, there's a lot of filmmakers. I just don't know that much about it, honestly.
Yeah.
Like I know way more about the past filmmaking history than I do like the kind of current eras I would want to know about. But I'm still relatively young, you know.
Yes, yeah.
No, you're not.
No, we're floating. We're floating.
Your time's ticking, Grandpa.
Maybe in the future we'll have to pick one of those directors.
Maybe.
It'd be interesting to see how we do a series on that.
It'd be fun. Like you just do 5 or 6 shorts an episode or something like that, maybe, depending on how long they are.
Who would you do though?
But like, okay, the obvious one that comes to mind is Stan Brakhage. Like, how would you do a series on him?
Yeah,
You know, that'd be fun to think about. But something like that, you know. Because like I've told you that like that's where I'm like more my interest in cinemas even going. I can just feel that. But see, that's okay. But to go back to this list we're gonna pick though, like a lot of these movies, I'm just gonna go gut in terms of like, hopefully you guys don't take them. But I'm more like in terms of like, maybe some of these movies will still be on this list in 10 years as well.
Okay.
You know, versus like,
I can see that.
I like these movies in the past a lot, but
Yes.
I don't know if I would still like them as much.
yeah.
Because there's a lot of those movies too. A lot. I was like, damn, I need to delete some of these ratings.
Honestly.
You got mad at me for doing that. Like...
Yeah, you're a coward.
Oh,
But if I do it,
you're giving in.
I'll do it sneakily and you won't notice.
Oh my god. I still do it sneakily. You don't know.
No, I don't think I'm gonna do it. We'll see.
That's Cap.
We'll see.
He's fine.
But I think we can.
Okay, yeah, usual draft rules, same as like all our other drafts. Snake draft, but first round. After the first round, we go. It's like a fixed one, and then like from second round on, it's a snake draft. The first round is just 1, 2, 3, and then we go back to 1. Like the usual, how we do it. And then the order, I have the randomizer up right now. And are we doing one per director? Are we limiting ourselves there?
Sure. Yeah.
We're definitively saying we're limiting ourselves there.
I don't see why.
We
Have we done it in the
usually
past?
do.
We usually do. Okay.
So should we do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I'll break that rule later. Maybe I don't know. But anyway, the order will be Luke, Dany, Blake. All right. I love that.
Rick, we didn't see his computer.
Oh my god!
Sure,
you guys
yeah,
know.
we gotta do it again. We
There's
gotta do
3
it
items
again.
listed in a random order. You know.
We used to do that every time.
Yeah, exactly. And then when it's you, it's like, oh, you didn't rig it. You know.
Let's just see what your pick is.
Never me.
Better not be a steal.
Oh god, I haven't even thought about my first pick.
Okay, that's a lot.
Whoa! Hey, don't look at the draft
That's
board.
everything.
Don't look at the draft board. So with my first pick, and I also forgot to mention your first pick has to movie you can at least make an argument for being your favorite movie of the, you know.
Which should be obvious, but with some people here, it's not obvious.
You know what? Fuck you. I'll go Uncut Gems because.
Oh, okay. You don't have to worry about us.
Yeah, you don't.
I know. That's why I picked it. All right. Like, I'm actually, being truthful here. I'm not gonna be like stretching it. I mean, it's probably it's definitely top tier. Like one of my favorites. But yeah, Uncut Gems. Definitely, like I love like it's a movie definitely in like the Cassavetes like mold where it's like New York. Like. About like kind of a shitty guy, but like you kind of love him too at the same time, and then like the kind of like gritty, almost like just like gritty, insane, just like almost messy, but like in a good way. And like this movie, it's just like as I rewatch it more, like a lot of people talk about how it's like everyone talks about how stressful it is, but to me, it's like. Yes, like on first watch, but like once you like watch it more and more, like it becomes like really like fun, like seeing all these situations he gets himself into. Like there's so much like shit that happens. It's just a wild ride for me. A lot of really cool sequences, a lot of creative sequences, like really good use of New York and like a lot of like non-actors too. Like Kevin Garnett in this film was like so good. And yeah, it's just a super fun movie for me to watch, and one that like I also think has like really good moments. So
It's a fine movie.
Damn. Fine.
Damn.
I'm just surprised you love this one so much. It does
Why,
have certain
though?
energy, but I don't know. It's just like on rewatch, I don't think it like it's It's kind of like it loses the energy every time for me. Like
I disagree.
I don't know.
It's like energy
Obviously
a
you
different
disagree.
way, different way.
just
Like,
number
it's not-
one. That's crazy. I'm kind of glad you
It's
picked
so
it, but-
good. It's so good. No, this guy's gonna make the biggest stretch of all time right here.
Mine?
Yeah.
My number one? You think so?
Yeah, I feel like you are. You always do. I feel like.
No. This is a
See, this is reverse psychology. Now
a
he's not gonna do
true
that.
a true number one pick. Uncle Boon Me.
Damn.
There goes our joke, man.
Blake, when you were going to the bathroom, suggested he take Uncle Boomy number one just to piss you off, even though he hasn't rewatched it. And I was like,
Damn.
he was like, bro, I won't give it 3.5. I was like, bro, just take it, pretend like you rewatched it, and rewatch it tonight.
Damn.
Yeah.
That was your guys' trick.
Yeah,
I don't know if we were actually gonna do it. I don't know if Blake was actually gonna pull through, but
probably not.
I was down to do it to go with it. But
Oh, I'm glad you didn't. Even though it has been kind of a while. Let me see the last time I watched it, but damn, 2022. But I've seen it 5 times.
Damn.
Wait, actually, 2022. Damn. Because like I think I mentioned. Have I talked about this movie on the podcast before? Probably at some point.
You talked about it at some point.
I don't know.
But like, it was one of the movies that like, because the first time I watched it, I gave it a 3.5.
Yeah.
And we talked about when me and Blake used to go to the library and get movies, and like I picked this movie just because like the cover looked cool and it was like, damn, it's from a Thai director. It's like I've never
It
seen.
was like a
one.
really like confusing name.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. It's like, damn, this looks interesting. And then we all watched it. Like we watched it together. And like I don't think anyone really liked it, too, honestly. I gave it 3.5. But then like I was like, it was like just stuck in my head. Like a lot of the images and stuff. It's like, what the fuck does even like this guy even coming out of nowhere? And it's like he's not even scary. Like he comes like he's supposed to be scary in a second, but like
But the family's like, oh,
yeah, they just like welcome him and
hello.
it's just like normal and it's like how the way he teaches dreams and stuff. It's like now like knowing film history with like Boonwell, it's like the way he almost films it like Ozu or something, like how nonchalant it is. You know,
Well,
it's
and
like a
after,
ghost story.
And after reading more Buddhism, like,
Yeah.
because I still haven't rewatched Uncle Boon Me, but I read more Buddhism after obviously watching that. I think we watched that like 2019 or 2018 for the
Yeah,
first
it was
time.
February 17th, 2019.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
but
my review on that day was need a rewatch.
need a
And then
rewatch.
I rewatched it the next day.
Damn.
But
You
I mean,
were
like
lying.
reading more Buddhism, but like it helps with where's ethical and filmmakers like style also. Just to kind of like get in their headspace
Yes.
of what they're trying to also accomplish on a spiritual level, but
Especially like how the people interact with it too, like
Yeah.
how they're not like crazy about. It's not like a horror movie or something, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know, just so much. We'll definitely do Weird Stuff Call someday as a
We
series.
will.
So, and I'm glad I wasn't too worried if you guys took Uncle Boomy because he does have another backup in this draft I could have taken as well.
Yeah, I was suggesting to Blake, I was like, you pick that, and then I'll pick that backup. I'll pick Memoria.
No, you want to do. You're a fake fan. You know, like,
I love
You're a
Memoria.
fake
What?
Uncut Gems over 2 Weird Stuff Calls.
Unfortunately, yeah. Or actually,
That's
fortunately, yeah.
crazy.
Fortunately,
I mean,
yeah.
let's just think about that.
crazy.
It was like,
Uncut Gems, fire movie, like amazing.
the number one pick of the 20
wait, at least we're gonna find out. I think this year.
Which brother's better?
Yeah, which Safdie brothers carrying the movie?
I think it's Josh. I'm not gonna lie. That's my hard take.
Why? Because he's the nerdier one. The way they talk.
He's the more director one. Benny's like more the actor. Like,
Oh sure. We
So
know
you're
where
not-
your biases lie.
So you're not a
sir.
Cassavetes fan, though.
So that's why Visconti.
Cassavetes was like.
Didn't you say Uncut Gems was the most
but-
Cassavetes movie since Cassavetes or some shit? So,
Yeah, in the direction, yeah.
oh.
As a director, yeah. So
Is
my
that
point
Benny?
stands.
Is
My
that
point-
Benny, though?
No, it's Josh. Josh is the
Oh.
big Cassavetes fan of the two. I know.
But he's not an actor guy.
Like not in like like himself as acting. Like he's like. It's hard to explain, but like, yeah.
But you have Uncle Boomy. Yeah, that's my pick for number one.
My first pick should be fairly obvious, honestly. It's Days. Sigh.
Yeah,
not too much to say there. It kind of sucks that this is my favorite movie of so easily my favorite movie of the 2010s.
Easily,
yeah, it's pretty easily. It's kind of sucks though because Psy has 3 other fucking movies this decade or in the 2010s and 2020s that I could also take. That's why whenever you said one per director, I was like, I mean, yeah, we could do that, or we don't have to, but my list would be very very Psy central probably after that if you guys didn't get them, but yeah, we have entire episodes on Psy, obviously. So now the true draft starts.
All right, so now I'll go back to me. To be honest, there's only maybe 2 or 3 that I'm kind of scared of maybe one of you stealing. But other than that,
even the ones that I'm worried about some people stealing, I think that I have pretty good backups too. So
it's maybe not a ton of protecting in this draft. But I'm gonna do this ones I'm a little unsure about first, just to make sure I get them. So with my second pick, I would picking Challengers to protect it from Blake. Even though I don't know if Blake he has it at 4.5, which is a bit threatening. It's a bit threatening. But yeah, we did an episode on this, but I rewatched it this week. It's a really fun watch. I really like the way the storytelling is kind of or just the structure of it, of kind of this tennis match, but each kind of set there's this backstory behind each of them, and even the way the these this backstory you get kind of informs the tennis match to the emotions in it. It's just it's a great film just about I don't know how great competition is, I guess, in a way, or just
how love is competition.
Yeah, that too. There's a lot of good really interesting ideas within it. And it's just also just the flow of the movie. It's just so easy to watch.
There's a lot of cool technique in there too.
Yeah, for sure. It's just a great film. I definitely need to watch more of the Guadagnino for sure. I've been slacking.
Did Queer that was this year or last year?
It came out end of last year.
End of last year.
It's on digital though. I need to watch that. But yeah, that's my number 2 pick.
Challenge.
Dany.
All right. I'm just gonna be. I probably could pick another one that is probably more likely to be stolen, but I'm just gonna be honest with my number 2 pick. Certified Copy.
It was on my board, but I knew I wasn't gonna get to it.
Yeah,
so.
I don't think I wasn't too worried about it
because I haven't rewatched in a while.
But. It's honestly a movie I still think about all the time because it's this idea of what is a real piece of art, what is it, even the idea of a real relationship, and even kind of relating the two things, and just how easily the movie flows as just a kind of marital drama, but is it really?
No, the way bends backwards in a way,
and it's just beautiful Italian town. It's just such a simple movie, and it's I don't know, just honestly 2 great directors that I haven't watched in a while, but I still think about all the time, so that's why I'm picking them. But yeah, Certified Copy. Also a director that had another movie in case. You guys picked it, so I wasn't too worried.
Wait, what the?
Someone in Love.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen it.
That.
I haven't seen it.
That's one of the few that I've seen actually.
Is that two?
Oh my god, this guy! You haven't seen close.
And honestly, if I had rewatched 24 Frames, I honestly might have picked that over.
Yeah, damn. Wait, yeah, you do need to rewatch that.
Yeah,
have you watched it?
I've seen it, but it's been so long.
Yeah.
Damn. I honestly forgot. Let me put that on my watch list. But yeah, Certified Copy.
All right. Well, my next 2 picks are probably going to be directors that only have really one movie that I could truly say I loved from these decades. The first one only has one movie from the entire decade because sadly he's no longer with us. But Unbreakable is my number 2 pick. Fantastic movie.
Unbreakable.
No, sorry, Unstoppable.
Yeah,
sorry, Unstoppable.
I was like, wait, time out.
No.
Is there a movie called Unbreakable?
There is.
Wait, hold on.
It's 2006 though.
Wait, no.
Is there another one? Oh,
No. There's not. There's not because
Yes, there is. There's two actually.
All right, do you want the 2019?
it wasn't that though.
Did you mean the
It wasn't that,
2019?
though.
Yeah.
I've never seen this. This is
I
how
don't know. You never know. You don't log stuff until a month later.
This is how you know that my phone auto-corrected it to Unbreakable.
Yes,
because I was looking at
sir.
Unstoppable.
Yes,
and
There's so many. Which one
Unbreakable,
did you mean?
Unbreakable.
Yeah, which one?
You can't go back on
Unstoppable.
it. No,
There's no Tony Scott meaning not called Unbreakable, right?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
I don't know, like.
So you meant the one by May Cruz Alvia? 2019.
Or no, you mean the one by Ahmed Khaled? Is that the one you meant? The. What nationality? Egyptian. This is an Egyptian film. Yeah.
Oh, okay, international. Like.
Yeah. Like, was it a random movie like thing? Like, was it like Leaving Criterion or something? Like. Damn.
Yes, Unstoppable. Fantastic movie. You guys all.
That's the one from you, right?
So.
Damn, Blake going easy. Just doing 2 movies we reviewed on the podcast.
Damn.
I wasn't on that podcast though.
That is true, actually. Damn.
Yeah, you guys did without me.
So
sadly.
what's your thoughts on Unstoppable?
No, it's a fantastic movie. You guys brought up my review of how I just love how the train sounds like basically a monster from a monster movie every time that like the humans try to stop it and everything's hopeless in it. No, Tony Scott though, we've talked about him a lot in our episodes obviously because we've done a few, but his ability to just say a lot in what boils down to like just thrilling action movies is insane to me. Like and Unstoppable is his best, so in my opinion. God damn, that's actually hard. I do still think it's his best actually though. It's probably my number 1 from him, but
Damn, okay.
yeah, my number 3 pick. I don't know this one. I don't think either one of you guys would have on your list, but it's Goodbye to Language. Jean-Luc Godard.
I do love that movie, but I need to like rewatch it.
I've watched Goodbye to Language twice now. Still need to watch it again or way more times because there's so much going on in that movie in only 70 minutes, but. Like Godard, like experimental Godard is my favorite Godard. I think I said that whenever we were doing our Godard series, but we're definitely gonna have to probably do a late era Godard at some point also.
Pick him,
Luke.
You're the one who started this early Godard trend.
It's true.
Honestly, there could be a mid Godard too.
There could be a mid Godard.
Yeah, it's just kind of stressful. Like trying to like.
So you picked the easiest era and you're gonna cop out of the.
But it's like still like incredible though. Like. You can't disagree.
The narrative, of course, you pick the narrative era and get out of there.
Okay, narrative. Like it's like barely narrative. It's like barely.
Once you abandon the narrative, you abandon Godard.
No, I did not.
Let's go see how many of the late eras.
Oh my god, bro.
Let's go see
this guy. I swear, it's like my biggest hater out here.
I'm just calling you out.
No, I've watched quite a good amount of late Godard films. Post 60s Godard. Dany like never goes on Letterboxd, so you wouldn't be able to tell. Like, so
I'll check this post. We'll come back to that. But either way, we should do like it.
Yeah, the other one that would be in contention from the 2010s or post 2010s would be the Image Book, but I haven't seen that in a while. So
no, I think Goodbye Language is better.
I have that's something I need to rewatch.
Image Book, I feel like Image Book though, like once you see Histoire du Cinema, it's like I feel like. It doesn't become as essential, I feel like.
Okay, no, see, I disagree.
Do you disagree?
The one huge difference is it's about digital cinema.
Is it? Okay.
The Image Book.
I don't remember that.
Well, just how it's, like, everything about it. It's like the colors in it and stuff. Like, he's kind of talking about digital cinema now versus, like, obviously history of cinema is, like, film. But that's the big difference to me. It's, like, it's such a beautiful movie. But he's, like... really stretching the colors and stuff and like almost make it look like make it look digital on purpose and it's just so good. But I need to it's one of those things I've only seen it once and I only give it 4, but it's like a 4 that I know I'll give it a high. Have
you seen Goodbye to Language?
No, I haven't seen that one yet.
You'd like that one.
That title's just so good too.
Yes.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine.
Like his his ability to just try to push or like just push some semblance of not a narrative. I don't want to say that because it's not really a narrative, obviously, but just like forming these flashes of images into somewhat a coherent whole is kind of crazy. So mostly without language, obviously, but that's all.
Good pick. Yes. Wait, so that's my pick.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn. All right, I'm gonna go now with the pick that probably could have gotten taken soon. by Blake. The Tale of Princess Kaguya.
God, that was one that I was worried about, honestly.
I mean, we've talked about this on podcasts as well, but it's honestly my favorite Ghibli movies.
Yeah, it's up there. It's up there.
It's like one of my favorite shots in films are just like when they show the moon. Like we talked about the Texas Chainsaw a lot, and like just a lot of movies too. We even talked about a movie last week.
Yeah, Glory the Filmmaker.
Yeah.
Oh,
Katana has some moon shots too, but this one has one of my favorite. Like it's such a big part of the movie. Like using an ancient Japanese tale about like a moon princess and kind of just and then the art style as well, and just kind of it's just everything I love about meshing like your content, which is story, and then like the style that we just mentioned, kind of like also meshing animation with kind of like classic Japanese style of like at least trying to like combine the two, like the scroll, like the storytelling through scrolls and stuff, like trying to make the story feel like that, where it's like fast but then deep at the same time. I don't know, just like a great movie to me. And so many colors too.
It's a beautiful movie. It's one of the most beautiful ever made.
Yeah. Tale of Princess Kaguya.
Definitely was a steal.
I might be stealing for Blake too here.
Damn.
Keep it going.
Grand Budapest Hotel.
Damn, yeah. That hurts.
Let's go.
That's me deep.
At least got some stuff.
I know this is one of your OGs though, so
yeah, this is one of yours. Yeah.
Like I think because you talked about this on like our first episode.
Oh yeah, this was like the first movie I watched when I downloaded Letterboxd.
Okay, yes.
But how many times have you seen it?
Twice.
Fucking loser.
Wow.
But I rewatched it like
fan.
I rewatched it for the podcast. And I was like, oh, I forgot how good this movie was.
Yeah, what? You don't deserve this.
Wow.
No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
I'm just.
The Grand Budapest Hotel.
It is kind of weird though because he's got a better movie that you could have picked.
Better movie. Wait, you like one better than
Astro City?
I mean, that one's like probably my.
They're about the same. They're probably
those two and French Dispatch are like all like, and honestly, Wonderful Story of Henry Sugars in the conversation.
And those are all I could have picked. So
yeah, like he has a lot of bangers.
Yeah, so it just shows violence.
But Grand Budapest Hotel is probably my favorite because like it's in a way like it's another like it's like a he is very like has gotten very detached in this decade. Wes Anderson, like I feel like as more and more as well, like as he goes along, like this one had the distancing of this is like they're like at the beginning they're like meeting and like talking about like this like their old friends meeting and talking about like kind of their adventures. It's like nostalgic, and then something like the French Dispatch. We're gonna skip Island Dogs. It's weak. It might be Wes Anderson's like worst movie.
I agree. Looks pretty though.
French Dispatch. I mean, it's stop motion, so yeah.
Probably Royal Tenenbaums, honestly.
Damn!
I was just trying to get a reaction from people.
I mean,
yeah, you got one.
Okay, it does kind of annoy when people are like, "Oh, he never made a better movie than Royal Tenenbaums." I was like, "Oh my god!"
I was like, I missed the emotional core over that.
No, the one. Yeah. Oh no, the one guy on Twitter that was like, "Oh, it's so sad that Wes Anderson he's haunted by the fact that he'll never make a movie as better than Royal Tenenbaums." I was like, "Oh my god." Like one of the worst takes, like honestly. But then French Dispatch had the distinct factor of like, oh, this is like they're like talking about these like stories that they wrote about, like and it's like has like the kind of like the anthology type of deal. And then Ashford City had like the theater thing. So he kind of has this like distinct factor, I feel like in this like kind of like era, and like I don't know, Grand Budapest Hotel is like I love kind of like the nostalgia of it because it's also like because it's like it also is kind of like you could definitely tell it's like representative of Wes Anderson's like obsession with France too, because it kind of has like with the aesthetic and like the locations it goes to. Definitely. But it's just like it's just a beautiful movie, like extremely good looking, really fun to watch. And I don't know, like and also like the people would say like Wes Anderson lost his emotional core in this like era, which I feel like it's hard to talk about this movie without talking about Wes Anderson in general, which is why I'm kind of like it's hard to say specifics, but like I don't know, like to me they're just not like they're not looking enough. I feel like they want it to kind of be they want the like the emotional core you could say or whatever like or like the emotions of it to be hit like so immediate to them like it doesn't Royal Tenenbaums, but it's like it's not immediate, but like that doesn't necessarily mean it's worse. Because like Asteroid City in a way is like one of his most emotional movies as well. But anyway, that's kind of a tangent.
Like this is something I mean I always when people say this the first thing I always think of and I think it's kind of true in this case is like basically where are you identifying with, like,
Yeah.
because in the earlier movies, like, it's obvious, like, it's like more obvious, like, the emotional, like, the characters are identifying with.
Yeah.
You're kind of on their side in a way, but like you said, these distance effects kind of like distance you.
Yeah.
Like even Asteroid City, like it's a very emotional movie, but you're not necessarily. It's not like necessarily because you're identifying with all the characters, because he cuts out, like, he's like making sure you know it's like all fake in a way, you know, like right when you do, and that's kind of like the tricks he's playing with like art in general.
Yeah.
But
that's kind of what makes it emotional to me.
That's why those are my favorite types of art. Like, I was also going to mention why like Grand Budapest kind of feels like a crossroads movie, where it kind of has both though.
Yeah.
Because like it still has the distancing stuff you're saying, but it's still very like Ralph Fiennes and
the lobby boy. Yeah.
The lobby boy are clearly
Zero.
like those are the people you're cheering for in a way. You know? And his wife and stuff.
But it's just like kind of wholesome too. Like,
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's more sentimental and stuff, and that's why I like. That's why I still like. In a way, Wes Anderson is still in his like. This is probably his prime. You know,
maybe it's hard to
like because he's still not that old. Like, he's got to be in his 40s. You know, maybe early. 50s,
I will say the two movies in the 2010s that you guys both brought up are probably his two best movies to me. Also,
like French Dispatch and Asteroid City.
No, Asteroid City and this one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Grand Budapest.
Well, that's the reason why I was mentioning this. Like, I think my two favorites might be Asteroid City and French Dispatch.
Oh, really?
Just in terms of like, it seems to me he's really starting to think about what his like style is.
Yeah.
And like what
I can why
it's interesting film wise. Like, instead of like, because some people just think of him as like, oh, he's just a dollhouse like aesthetic now. Instead of like, oh, he used to be way more emotional. Yeah. But like, to me, he's like actually analyzing like why he likes the dollhouse aesthetic, like why it's emotional. You know?
Yes, exactly.
And it's like the way you can.
What do you think? Honestly, what do you think about? Is Henry Sugar like in the conversation for you too?
I've only seen it once, and
because like that's
it would be hard for me to pick a short, but I remember.
Because honestly, that's a very like distancing movie too, especially
is.
the way the actors like it's even more radical like the acting in that movie. I feel like than like all the rest of his movies. Like it's even more fake than them.
Yes, that's so. Honestly, yeah.
Which is why I very much hold that movie in high regard. Because I feel like a lot of
like,
people kind of just like they're like, oh, it's just Wes Anderson or what that got released on Netflix. Yeah, like.
That's probably why it can be even more experimental with this.
Yeah.
No, but I just love. I love him. So I mean,
for sure.
I think he's a great director.
Yeah.
Even if.
No, but yeah, those two movies are also fantastic too, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my. I still gotta pick another one.
You do.
Oh damn. Let me think here. I gotta be strategic here, but I don't know if I'm really scared. I guess the last one that I'm kind of protecting would be just. I guess I'll just pick it. Old. The M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Oh, okay.
Another one we did on the podcast. Yeah, I do. We are all. I mean, we talked about this on the M. Night episode. We're all M. Night defenders. And like to me, this is probably his best movie. Although there's still quite a bit I need to watch from him. But yeah, the kind of like concept of like the beach that kind of like speeds up aging. And like presenting time on like this like micro scale is really interesting, and seeing all like the dynamics that come out of it. And I think it's like it does a really good job. It's like the genre elements are fantastic, but also it's like very beautiful. Has a lot of very beautiful moments. And like yeah, and also like a great kind of like I also the cut to M. Night Shyamalan himself looking upon the beach at towards the end is like an all-time M. Night moment. That I love a lot. Also very funny too.
Yes.
Like it's definitely like a showcase of why M. Night is like really good. So I feel like I have to pick it.
Damn, you're going with like the more Letterboxd classics.
Ah?
Like, look at Uncut Gems, Challengers, Grand Budapest Hotel. Like those are probably some of the top.
What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
The way you're getting offended by it. Like,
I don't know what that.
Like if we look up the top movies on Letterboxd, you know, 3.
Old is not very.
Maybe not old, but the other 3, I'm like, damn,
okay, maybe. But the Challengers, Grand Budapest Hotel, and Old are just protections in a way, like kind of like protections. Like you made some.
I'm just surprised from you. That's all.
It's not a definitive order, but I still absolutely love those movies, so I'll defend it in that way.
No, I love. I mean, that's what. Like I like all this.
Yeah, so like,
I want to say love, and then I was like,
you fucking asshole.
Well, I like Uncut Gems and Challengers. They kind of have similar vibes to me. Like,
I don't like Uncut Gems that much, but I love Challengers. So.
And then Grand Budapest is like I just said, I like some of the other Wes Anderson later ones better, but I still like it.
God.
Like, it's overly sentimental to me. But,
Okay.
and like the pink of like because I also think of his movies like certain color palettes too. Like that one has the more pinkish stuff,
which is fire.
But I love like the more French Dispatch kind of blue and.
Well, those are great.
Asteroid City
but the pink is like crazy good.
I like it too.
Especially like the bakery in that movie and like how good like the pastries look.
That is true. I can't.
Oh
okay, you try to sell it. Okay, you know I'm not gonna hate that. Wait, so it's my pick?
Yeah.
Okay, damn. I'm probably gonna take this one because I think Blake might take it.
Let's go. Where's like going after Blake?
Well, I have to because Blake. Yeah, Happy People. You're in the
damn. That was on the list. That was on the list.
Happy People. You're in the Herzog's documentary.
Oh, I haven't.
About people in Taiga.
Happy People. A Year in the Taiga.
Happy People. Year in the Taiga.
It's no Taiga by Ulrich Oettinger, but it's pretty fucking good. So.
Not gonna lie, I've heard some. I've been hearing some Herzog haters.
What?
There's a group of people.
Are they hating just because he puts himself in the documentary? Because I
don't know. I actually don't.
Because if that's their problem, like a lot of
people
hate
though. You can't just say people are hating. Like,
yeah.
First of all, you didn't say what people.
Because like I'm pretty sure I've just seen.
Well, there are people that hate that.
Though?
There are people that.
I think people say like something about like his documentaries not being that interesting or something.
Oh,
or something.
yeah, that's crazy.
Like,
that's crazy.
I don't know.
But this one's amazing. Like,
I haven't seen anything from him.
No, it's like, it's just. Yeah, first.
I've never seen any of you talk about this movie, by the way.
Oh, I've talked
we
about
have
it.
we have talked about this movie.
But also I like how Herzog puts in his documentary. To me, to make him feel like a little more honest. Yes. And like the fact that he stayed like 6 months here too, just filming these people literally in Siberia. Like,
hell no, I'm not doing that.
No, but like it just like you can tell like he kind of got at least in like he likes to do with all his documentaries, like acclimated with like the environment and stuff, and just some of the guys, like especially the guy he follows too, and like is interviewing throughout.
Wasn't that
is so great?
Whose son is that? Isn't that the son of a famous filmmaker? Isn't that the son of Tarkovsky?
No. This is some guy that just got dropped off. He says like one day they told him he has to work here, and like they just dropped him off, and he's been there for like 10 years or something. What the fuck? I forgot exactly the story because the last time I watched this was like 2021. 2021. Damn. But I love the quote because I still remember the part of the movie where he's like telling the story where like he almost dies, and then he's like it's He's like, it's a long story, but I survived, interestingly enough. And like the way he says it is like so nonchalant, like he's like serious, but like it's like funny in a way. The way he's like he's describing this like a insane life that he has to live, and he's like just so like normal about it, you know.
Yeah.
And just knowing like people like that's what a documentary should like. Some of my favorite documentaries just like introduce you to a whole new like kind of existence or world or whatever.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. And I like Herzog's documentaries too.
The reason I asked about the haters is because I have heard people hating about how he puts himself into the documentaries, which a lot of people do hate that about certain documentaries, just because they think a documentary should be unbiased in air quotes. But but that's we've already said before in this podcast. Like Vertov already has literally denounced that with all of his movies from the 20s. So.
And what was it? Oh, and I was talking earlier, like some of my favorite types of cinema is like just this experimental, like one person doing it, kind of doing everything. And like Herzog is like just from the beginning, he's been like that, you know.
I might have to
do whatever, and that's why he's drawn to documentary, right? Because he's like he can hold the camera himself and just like talk to people and like make a film, you know. And you can try to avoid as much as possible with all the other stuff. But yeah, I do. Damn, it's been 4 years since I've seen it though.
I'll have to pick that for a Friday, honestly. That'd be a great watch.
Yes.
You should watch Taiga though, honestly. Because
No.
the whole thing with Taiga is Oettinger spent a year in the Taiga.
Dany doesn't care,
with these
obviously.
people filming them.
No, I
It's
should.
crazy.
No, I need
it's
to watch
crazy.
it. He's right.
But
You know that's not gonna happen.
that's not gonna happen.
Okay, I'll watch.
This guy can't watch a regular movie right now. Like, why the?
I've watched. Nothing recently.
Exactly.
There's a lot of theft going on here, so the only next logical pick for me is Tenet. I'm just kidding. I'm not
Damn! You should take it.
I was about to say we could pull up the fucking archive
Damn
really
it, buddy.
quickly.
I mean, I can take it though on this week back.
I mean, there's another Nolan that's good.
Well, no, I'm gonna take.
There's other Nolan movies that are good.
My pick is gonna be Interstellar. I don't know if you guys had that on your list. It's just one of my favorite movies from the 2010s. So that's why I couldn't take Tenet, obviously, because Interstellar's way better. No, I feel like I talked a lot about Interstellar whenever we actually did our podcast, or probably both podcasts on Nolan. But
we haven't done Interstellar.
No. But I probably mentioned how I like it more than all of his other movies on the 2 podcasts that we've done with Nolan.
I mean, it's definitely top tier Nolan for sure. It's probably my second favorite.
It's Nolan's Nolan's thinking on love and showing it on film, and I love how he tries to show an indescribable emotion in a filmmaking way. And it speaks to me every time. It never fails to make me cry.
It's interesting too, because like Nolan kind of has this like mechanical nature to him. I feel like, and, like it's like the only way he could make something that is so like emotional is literally making it the highest scale possible.
I think so too.
Like having it transcend space and time. That's the only way he could really do it. Like I find that interesting.
Also, now I'm like even thinking in my head is like, this probably is my favorite Nolan movie too, just because. Like, for as much as I love his scale and I love, like, how much he approaches, like, his stories and stuff, and he tries to be, like, fun with it and, like, interesting. To me, he doesn't actually have a lot of, like great, like, he doesn't have a lot of great, beautiful images when I think of his films. Like, even Tenet, like, it's kind of, like, an ugly movie color-wise and stuff. Like, you can tell he didn't put very much...
I don't know about that.
You can tell he didn't put very much thought into it. But, like, I'm, like, kind of serious, though. But Interstellar, though... It might be partly just because of, like, the space stuff makes you have to, like, frame every shot perfectly because it's, like, a lot of visual effects, but, like, it's, like, his best-looking movie. Like, I don't even know how you could debate it,
best-looking movie.
Like, just how deep the blacks look and stuff when it's space, and, like, how, like...
See, but
Tenet's good looking. Really, when you watch it, when you see the space station tiny, just, like, floating in the...
Yeah,
okay. Like, all those shots and stuff.
It's good, like, one perfect shot, you know? Like...
No, but there's so many, though. There's so fucking many.
I'm joking.
Compared to Tenet, where it's like you could tell,
but Tenet's
like,
like
go and film in the location.
Maybe like it's not good. It's not as good for like a one perfect shot type of thing. But like that, like when like Tenet's like in motion, you know.
But I'm just saying,
that's the beauty of it. Like,
okay, I mean,
like the action, you know.
I'm not gonna say none of that. But
yeah, I know.
But it's still like I'm saying in terms of best looking movie. Like even Inception to me is not amazing. Like
there are definitely certain moments in Tenet where he's definitely thinking about the color
especially
palette.
like the red and
that's what I was thinking.
But even then, it's like kind of ugly. It's like all these medium shots. It's like everything's like cut quickly, and the camera's like like but Interstellar, maybe just because it's so it's like so it's a slower movie. Like the frames are it's just more thoughtfully composed. A lot of the cinema, but even on the planet too, like the Great Planet when it's like the water like crashing, it looks great. And like great. And just the way Tars moves. I love how Tars moves.
Yes.
Yeah. Unfortunately, played by Kevin Spacey. That's kind of funny.
It's the visual effects team.
Yeah. It's like I mean, he's like the voice of it.
Yeah.
And his voice is like barely recognizable at all. That's Tars.
I mean, you can if you know Kevin, you know it's Kevin Spacey. But like, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying like the movie's like bad all.
No, yeah.
I'm definitely not saying that. But it's just funny. It's just kind of funny. And unfortunate, I guess.
But my number five pick after Interstellar.
Wait. Is it?
Yeah, Snake.
Yeah, it's me. It's Snake.
Wait, we're snaking again.
No, is it back to me though?
No, that's me.
No, you just picked Interstellar. Right?
Yeah, so it's me again.
Oh wait, that was your first pick.
Yeah.
Wait,
and then it's back to Dany.
Okay, never mind. I got confused. My bad.
But I am.
We got so. I thought Danny just picked there for a second, and I got confused.
Okay.
No. Since I don't love the French Dispatch as much as Dany, I am going to take Asteroid City here because I do. Since I do love the Grand Budapest Hotel a lot more. I would say
a lot more.
I do. But Asteroid City is fucking. Yes, Asteroid City is fucking amazing.
Yeah, a lot more though.
Just because I've seen Grand Budapest Hotel like 5 times. I've only seen Asteroid City twice, so that's why I say that. But yeah, I mean, we have an entire episode on Asteroid City as well, but we already kind of talked about it too whenever we were talking about Grand Budapest Hotel. But yeah, it's a great movie, love it. So,
alright, my next pick, damn. I'll probably go, and this is another one I'm picking because I've only seen once, but I'm like picking partly because when I do get to rewatch it again, I know I'm gonna love it more. Is Nine Suk.
Fuck you. What?
Wait, damn!
You haven't seen this movie?
Well, okay.
Damn.
You've only seen it once too, right?
Blake's getting just cooked
No,
in
I've
this
seen this movie
episode.
twice.
Blake's getting cooked in this episode.
Apparently.
Damn.
No, but
Wow.
and as
He's done it
someone,
more than me. He's done it more than me. You
and
can't
someone
deny
who's
that.
actually done some reading on Indian painting.
Ooh. What's your response?
I like the pictures.
No, it just it is a great movie, and actually, because I do know a little bit about Nine Suk and his brother too. Painted like totally different paintings, so I kind of wish like he did a movie on his brother too. But Nine Suk, like I said, I don't remember too much about the movie as a whole because like it was one of those movies I watched for the first time. It's like you let it flow over you, and you just. It is a very like. There's not a lot of narrative, It's more just he's kind of comparing the idea of like the painting, what we see, and then like kind of like what the artist sees to create that painting almost, and kind of like playing with your, like
and comparing it to film.
And using film basically to show you that difference.
Well, because it's also like it's very much about Nine Suk's life, but it's about the life of a filmmaker also, because he's literally doing the same thing with his filmmaking.
Yes. There's like that kind of layering.
So.
There's that layering of it too.
I love just all the reenactments of the paintings that
that's
you see
exactly,
right before
that's
he
what I
shows
think
you
of
the shots of the paintings. So
that's why I love some of those shots.
Yeah,
because
it makes you.
It'll cut all of a sudden to like the real life version, kind of.
Because it makes you think of what they obviously were telling their subjects to do in their paintings whenever they were painting them. But I hate you, so yeah.
Especially since Nine Suk was known as being very close to like, because a lot of these painters were like commissioned by the rulers and stuff. So he was known as being very intimate and close to the rulers, and he would get some very like kind of intimate portraits of the ruler doing stuff.
And the only way the movie is like progressing through his life, really. I need to watch it again to know like if the like colors changed or whatever. But his like the breathing of Nine Suk himself, like the actor, becomes more labored as the movie progresses, which is how he's nearing the end of his life towards the end of it. But that's your only notification that any time has passed in this movie is like the laboring of the labor breathing, but. And then maybe I know that she gets some shots of the guy that actually plays him too, looking kind of older too, probably. But
and I still remember some of the like opening shots of the walk, like these like wide shots across the cows and stuff.
Yes,
and just like a lot of the images, like that's the best movies to me. Is I don't even remember that much of the story. I just remember.
Well, there is no story.
Very painterly movie.
It's a lot like it's almost like the last half of Tropical Malady, except. The entire movie, like Nine Suk is like an entire movie about that almost. Because like whenever Tropical Malady ends, like it makes you think that he got the entire idea of Tropical Malady just from one painting. How he ends the movie, but that's also kind of just how Nine Suk is too. Yeah. But
no, I see this. All right. Number 5.
I might as well just go ahead and take it because we literally just kind of just mentioned it. I'll just pick Tenet here. Still,
gotta be safe.
Damn, y'all were kind of scaring me a little bit. I don't know. I wasn't even expecting y'all to like go for that. Yeah. But yeah, Tenet. I've talked about this like so much. I feel like, but Nolan's like weirdest. But I just love all the like how creative he gets with a lot of like the sequences in this film. It's just like so much fun to watch, but I also find it very beautiful. It kind of has a lot that I can go back to in the film. It's just like, unbelievable in my opinion. And then, this is tough because I feel like now for the most part, like, I feel like I've gotten the stuff I feel like maybe you guys will steal. Even though there's some that I know.
I'm waiting for you to choose one of the two movies, honestly, for one director, so I can just.
Oh, okay, I know what I know exactly what you're talking about. You're talking about Obayashi.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just waiting. So.
Which one do you want me to pick?
I don't care.
Okay. I'll go just pick Casting Blossoms to this guy. Okay. I guess why not?
That was the one I would have actually probably preferred you to pick. So,
okay.
Because I have seen Hagatami more, but.
They're both like incredible though, so I'm not. Well, you only seen Hagatami once though.
I've seen it twice.
Have you seen it twice?
Have I not logged it twice?
I don't think you have.
Okay, because I've seen it twice.
When did you rewatch it?
I rewatched it a year ago. Whenever I was watching Obayashi again.
I swear I don't think you logged it.
But
I may have just missed it.
No, I probably didn't log it. I probably forgot.
I feel like I remember this stuff, but Casting Blossoms. It's like you're basically like. there's not much of like a gap between it and Hanagatami for me. Like they're right around the same probably.
They are.
Which maybe will change on rewatch. I think I've seen them both twice actually. But yeah, Casting Boston to the Sky. I guess like I kind of really like the video essay like nature to how he approaches the subject of like kind of like this town that got like forgotten because it was like I guess what was it? It was like something about like was it them testing or it was some bomb that got dropped? Something to do with like the nuclear bomb. I don't know if it was like. So it like affected this town and people forgot about it basically. Like it got affected by war pretty much.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a lot what Obiyashi's about, especially like his late period, which comes more explicitly about that. I feel like. But yeah, like the video essay nature, it's like, and also like it kind of like it's like video essay it, but he's also like melding like kind of the narrative of like this town like putting on this reenactment like in memory of it, but also like the kind of like relationship story between the girl and then the guy.
Yeah,
like
that's the part I don't remember as much, honestly.
Yeah, it's it's hard to like remember. I think with Obayashi in general, it's like hard to remember, especially late period. Like Hanagatami, like I struggle to remember. Labyrinth Cinema, I struggle to remember a lot. Like, because it is very like I don't know. It's hard to like focus on the details. It's like more about like just like the grand, like how he tells it and like the formal elements,
feeling it gives you.
Yeah. But yeah, this one has like unbelievable beautiful moments. Like the fireworks shots are just like all time.
The cloud shots are all
just
time.
Him. Yeah, cloud shots. Him using the green screen is just so crazy. Like he puts everyone to shame. It's crazy.
It's like green screen actually can look good, and whenever you watch it, you're shocked.
It's like, but it's like in a way, it's so interesting because it's like he does that, but while it's like obviously fake. He's like using the artifice of a green screen, which a lot of people like feel like are afraid of. Like, oh, the green screen has to look so realistic, or else it's bad. But Obayashi kind of just puts to death that thinking.
It also helps that his films are pretty surreal anyway too.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it kind of reminds me of like how like a lot of like old Japanese movies would use like the sound stages, like the sound stage backgrounds. You know what I'm talking about? Like the fake backgrounds and like some like quieten or.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, like those were very artificial, but like in a way it adds like the nature of the film. So yeah, Casting Blossom in the Sky will be my pick there.
Great pick. We'll be doing Obayashi at some point, honestly. I think I said we would get to him last year, and we never did, but this might be the year, who knows?
Really better.
I mean, you could do it too.
Just like a lot of directors.
There are a lot of directors.
Alright. Damn. Some of these I still don't know. But I'm gonna go with Psy's best movie from the 2000s. Journey to the West.
Days was already taken.
Wait,
Journey to the West is amazing.
Damn.
Journey to the West is amazing. So.
Damn.
It's more because I just like watching it more. Like,
it's fun watching.
It seems like a more fun movie.
It's fun watching the reactions to Lee Kong-shing in these, and like just as the Walker in these movies, honestly.
And like,
and just like, some of the shots he gets, dude.
Yes, exactly. Like, it's like Psy kind of freed from any kind of idea of even telling a story or just like have Lee Kong-shing walking around as a monk and like just by association making you kind of think of just basically anything you want to think of, really. This idea of these contrasting these two kind of extremes of time, really, and honestly just making you think of how painful it is to watch Lee Kong-shing walk too, like that. I don't know, but there's just so much.
That's why Days is amazing.
Like, just remind you how like Psy is like one of the best frame like this is what I'm talking about. Like if we're talking about Psy's frames, like Psy has like more great shots in this one movie than like Nolan has in his whole career in terms of just frames.
Yes,
like it's crazy. Like I was going crazy screenshotting this movie. Like,
you're lucky one perfect shot has not seen Psy because they would go to town.
I guess like it's easier for like
and I'm not even saying that's like you have to care about is framing, but like I just care so much about it.
It's definitely like Psy's definitely like more still than Nolan.
Well, that's partly why like
it's just hard to compare. I just can't compare the two.
But to me, that's where like cinema is at its best. That's what I'm drawn to those kind of filmmakers in general. So and just like Psy, you're just showing off. And then we get some classic shots of you get to see the camera too. And
I still haven't seen this movie.
It's just like it can have so many layers. It can be so simple if you want it to be, but it can be so deep if you want it to be, and then just like everything in between, just like all Psy's movies. So, Yeah, Journey to the West.
I can get why people don't like the Walker series if you're attached to narrative. I guess if you
But
have
still,
the
like,
linear narrative.
I can see if you got
like-
tired of them too, if you didn't like it. But just this one, you should watch.
You can't get tired of the Walker series if you like it, though.
Yeah, if you like it, maybe.
Damn. Yeah, great pick.
What's your number 6?
I mean, my number 6 pick is going to be Hanagatami, since I was telling Luke I was waiting for him to go. So, Hanagatami, amazing movie. So, Luke has said, like, with Casting Blossoms, he's doing, like, the docufiction. This one, way less docufiction. This one's more so straight fiction, but it's showing... It's taking from real life, obviously, because it's obviously World War II-ish setting, and showing how war and adults basically tarnish innocence and youth, and how kind of like beautiful it is to watch like this happen almost, but also just how like tragic it is at the end of the day. I don't know. Hanagatami is fucking amazing though. There are some shots in here that will always stick in my mind. I still remember the shot of him. I think it was the kid arriving to school the first day, with just all the flower petals just like going off behind them, like whenever he walks.
Or I mean, we were just talking about moonshots a second ago.
yes, the moon.
I don't know. I don't know if
Riding
there's
dude on the beach.
I don't know if there's better moonshots in any movie.
That's one of the best ones in history.
Like, it might
are you
literally
talking
be-
about the one behind the girl?
That one's it's all.
Or are
of
you
them,
talking
all
about
of
the one
them,
on the
all of
horse?
them? All of them.
My favorite shot is him on the horse.
And it's a green
on the
screen
beach,
too, which is
so
crazy. Like,
it's amazing.
oh my god! Like, yeah, it's like actually finally I actually just realized. Yeah, my profile pic on Letterboxd has been a screenshot from this movie for like years,
Yes.
and it's a moonshot from the movie. Like,
And it looks amazing.
yeah, it's like yeah. Honestly, I always just forget to change it, but like honestly, I mean, it's kind of like chill. Like, has like the military planes flying in the background, like the warships. But it's also like beautiful. Like, I don't know. But yeah, Dan needs to watch this.
Dany needs to watch Abayashi in general, but I don't know. He might be too sentimental for him. You know, Dany doesn't like feelings.
Damn.
What?
Damn. What are you gonna respond
Persona
with?
is feelings first. Right?
Persona's feelings first.
He's a filmmaker of feeling.
No, but the thing with Obayashi is he definitely. I do feel like you have to watch his movies more than once because he gives you so much to look at the first two times, the first few times. So. But my number 7 pick is going to be honestly one of the movies that got me into movies, which is Mad Max Fury Road. One of the greatest action movies ever made, honestly. I say that primarily because it got me into movies, honestly. But I still remember whenever Dany and Dany and I went to watch this in the movies, and I was literally on the edge of my seat the whole time, man. And I've still seen Mad Max Fury Road like 10 times, I think, at this point. I actually don't know. It's probably like 6 or 7, but I don't know. It's just the just mixture of George Miller being able to tell an interesting post-apocalyptic story, literally at the most bare bones way possible. It essentially is just a chase, but I don't know. It fucking is beautiful just to watch all this mayhem that he's able to cause happen like on screen, and it's all like practical for the most part, except for like obviously they're like CGI in some of the back shots, but all the shit happening with the cars is actually fucking like real, like practical shit. And I'm just like, oh my god, man. I don't know. It carries on the legacy from things like Hong Kong that I love so much. So
no, wait, did you like Furiosa?
Not as much. I do need to revisit it because I was going in hoping for more kind of Fury Road style, but that movie is most definitely not like that. So I think I need to just go in to it with a different mindset, knowing what it is now. But I do remember thinking it had way too much CGI whenever I watched it in theaters. But
yeah,
I didn't think it looked bad. Like it's not like it didn't look like some Disney shit coming out now. But I still remember thinking that it was like too much. But
I remember
compared to Fury Road, but.
No, that's a good pick. I love that movie too. It was on my board.
Oh, well, I'm glad I picked it this time then, because I can't have you stealing anymore.
I wasn't gonna pick it, but
okay, good.
Okay, my next pick. Damn, I'm surprised Luke hasn't picked Malik yet. Honestly,
I was literally about to say there's been a quiet Malik standoff. Well, I didn't pick him because there's like 3 good options here.
No, it's because you like it's just crazy. Like, think about this. Uncut Gems went before your Malik.
Well, okay, no, wait. First of all.
Like all my,
I've been waiting on Malik. Malik's near the top here. The Malik film I'm going to take is near the top. that I'm gonna take.
Oh, what's number 7 according to you?
Well, no, because those are the ones I was protecting.
I mean,
this has literally been a thing in the draft forever. Like I'm protecting before I actually take my best. It's not a definitive order.
Luke is 100% saying this.
This is a draft.
You didn't really defend.
This is a draft. Yeah, because this motherfucker is fucking out throwing allegations at me. Like, goddamn.
But don't worry, I'm not gonna take one you would take because I'm just gonna go with my gut. I'm going favorite, not best. Malik, Voyage of Time.
Oh, really?
It's like
Damn. I mean, I love Voyage of Time.
I think it is like literally tied for Nine Cups. I mean, not Nine Cups. Thin Red Line for my favorite. Because maybe.
Well, Tree of Life.
I mean, Tree of Life's up there, but just kind of the family show. It's like a little.
Damn.
Like
it's like amazing though.
No, Voyage of Time though is like. It literally is.
I hate sentimentality, obviously.
No, I was
one
kidding.
reason.
You know, it's like Brad Pitt being like abusive and shit. I guess.
But it's more one of my favorite things.
Oh, okay. Shut up. No.
Like,
get the Malacator. Be quiet, Malacator. Like, no.
What do you say? Sorry.
Swing and a miss.
You say it's like orally right there. Like, like goddamn. Like, sound like a fucking like I don't know some like horror.
That's how loud you're allowed to talk in that.
You're like a rat. Like.
Okay, let me go. Because I know you guys hate documentaries.
What? Wait, what?
Because you're saying I don't watch movies. Even though I haven't watched any movies this year. Apparently, even though I've watched a lot of documentaries.
Shut the fuck up.
I watch a documentary a day. I actually do. I watch nature documentaries before work, but
damn.
Yeah, I do the same.
Well, I've watched a lot, but
I don't watch anything.
I actually don't do that.
Nature documentaries that much though.
But see, that's a good, you bring up the nature documentary because Malik combines like some kind of poetic, his like style almost to the nature documentary, and it's just honestly amazing to watch and kind of just like the flow of time and his kind of take on it and just like this. This is what I love. Like, I love nature documentaries that don't have too much of the narrators kind of like blabbing and stuff. And this is like Malik. Basically, there's like Kate Blanchett basically saying like poetic stuff over the narration and stuff. But yeah, it's a very interesting movie of like nature documentary that was like filmed for IMAX. Like it was like an IMAX movie.
Do you see this
There's
as like
also like a longer version that's more just like a Malik movie too?
Do you see this as like an extension of like the Tree of Life Big Bang sequence?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
It's basically the same theme.
Yeah.
This idea of like what is life, basically. Like the same theme Malik has had through all of his. Almost this idea of not only what is life, but like is there something watching life? Almost, you know, it's kind of like this camera eye of Malik is like what is this camera basically watching, and in a way it's like all of creation. Like that's what all of Malik's movies have been about, you know. Because you mentioned like detached of Wes Anderson, like this is like a different type of detachment with Malik. It's like it's like a spiritual detachment.
Yeah.
No, it's something I really want to talk more about with Malik at some point.
But you won't pick him.
Oh, I will at some point. One of us will.
Eventually.
Maybe after his movie comes out, Play with the Wind.
Yeah.
So never.
Well, he has a new movie out for you. Hidden Life.
Oh, that's true. Wow. All right, what's your pick? Number 7.
I guess I might as well pick him out.
We're not be song to song, my dude.
From Mexico, I'm gonna pick Song to Song. I'm actually not even joking. Like it might be my favorite of.
Wild.
It might be better than Tree of Life.
You need to rewatch it. When's the last time Blake watched it?
2018, probably.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, come on. Don't even get it. Mr. Like, oh, like you probably like you're like, oh, where's the narrative? Like, yeah, I mean, I love. To me, like Malik in this decade is as best in my opinion. Although, like, I mean, his earlier stuff is also amazing too, especially like Thin Red Line. But yeah, I just love with Song to Song. Like, I mean, you're splitting hairs here between the three. And the three I'm talking about is Song to Song, Night of Cups, and Tree of Life. I guess Song to Song is the most neglected. I feel like out of these three. I think unfairly. No. Song to Song, like it is kind of like I love how it's like in a way it's structured. It's like so like it's not a narrative at the end. It's more just like it feels like just more like a collection of moments, which you could say is like Malik in general. But to me, this is like in a way it's even like less narrative than like something like Tree of Life or Thin Red Line, which still have kind of that, you know, like narrative structure of, oh, they're going through something, you know, like Thin Red Line, they're like, you know, trying to attack this like place or whatever. I guess Thin Red Line kind of like at the midway point kind of like abandons that in a way. But, like, Song of Song, it never feels like it like attaches itself to any sort of narrative structure. It literally feels like just like a collection of moments.
Like the title kind of going.
Yeah, like from the song to song, and like it's like every like there's like a bunch of like mansions they find themselves in. Like it's almost Antonioni in that way. I guess maybe you could make a connection there.
It's kind of modernism.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just like, oh my god, like it's in the typical Malick thing. It's just like amazing to watch, like how he flows it, like how many like just how he's shooting things, how beautiful it is, like yeah. It's probably the one I think about the most too. Like there's some sequences where I'm like, holy shit. But like Knighted Cups also is like it's definitely like close. Especially the way he shoots LA in that movie. I guess Song of Song is more like Austin area. But yeah, Song of Song is amazing.
I love it too. I love that movie too.
Yes, sir. Blake needs to rewatch it, obviously.
To number 8.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. We didn't pick Tree of Life, either of us, because I feel like that's like the more popular.
It is crazy.
I mean, you were hating on Tree of Life though just a second ago, so I don't want to hear it. And then my number 8 pick, I'll go with also what maybe is also kind of a controversial pick. I feel like when it comes to Miyazaki, most people wouldn't pick Boy and the Heron.
Oh, I knew you weren't. I knew I had no fear of losing my.
Boy and the Heron might be. It's in
Right.
contention for his best movie. Like it's like so good.
Boy and the Heron is very
It's not.
good.
You need to
It's not
rewatch it.
as
You need
bad.
to-
Maybe Miyazaki.
Mr. Painter lover over here.
You know,
like-
he's. I mean, for Miyazaki, I thought you said Ghibli for a second. I was like, never mind. But for
I need to
Miyazaki,
rewatch
yeah,
Takahata.
I can say that.
Boy and the Heron. You need to rewatch Boy and the Heron though. It's like amazing. Like in a way, it's maybe his most like painterly movie because he literally like the way he abandons narrative after like the first part and like just the images and just how just like I don't even know like how to describe it. It's like emotional. Like it almost feels like impressionist in a way too. Like kind of like the dream logic it kind of gets itself into, where there's no logical kind of construction of these images, or just like in terms of the narrative. And he's just like he completely abandons it more than any other movie, I would argue. Because like in a way, Miyazaki he's always had these like great images, great surrealist images, but they still were attached to the narrative. But when the Heron, he just completely abandons it, I would argue. And there kind of is like this resolution, but in a way it's almost like the resolution's almost like so like it's still kind of abstract in a way, with like the wizard and stuff. But like, oh my god, it's just like it's such a pleasurable movie to watch. Like especially with like a lot of the characters, like the Bird King, I love so much. Like it has some of like Miyazaki's like best like character like designs, like animal designs.
Have any of us watched the Japanese version, or have we only watched the English version too?
I've only watched the Japanese version.
Oh yeah, you watched the Japanese version because you got to see it in Fayetteville. Yeah, we only.
I
rewatched
rewatched it in the Japanese version.
Okay. Yeah, because I still haven't seen the Japanese version. I've only seen the English.
Well, I've heard Robert Pattinson's really funny.
Yeah, he is.
Oh yeah, the
what I
Heron's
was gonna
hilarious.
say, so.
Yeah, the Heron's hilarious. But God, it's such a beautiful movie. Like, oh my god, like
It is.
some like all-time images in there. Yeah, it might be his best. Like as we get down to it, like especially if I go through a rewatch of his movies. But yeah, that's Boy and the Heron is my number 8 pick. Dany.
All right, my number 8. I'm kind of going with this one more because of the director. And I went, like, it was like probably 2019, 2020 when I watched a bunch of his movies, but...
Runaway? No, I'm just kidding.
No, Hong Sang-soo.
Okay.
I'm going to go with In Water, though.
Oh, thank God. Thank God.
Wait, which one is yours?
We'll see it in a little bit. I don't know if you even watched the movie.
Okay.
As you said Hong Sang-soo, I was like, oh my god, I didn't realize this Hong Sang-soo was going to be talked about. Oh no.
No, going In Water.
That's the one that's out of focus the entire time?
Yes. And it's partly why I love it. Like, even though I like a lot of his movies, he's always trying new like things, which I've kind of pointed out. This is a theme of a lot of these directors. He's like finding new ways to do like low key things, and just like this is something that just like I strongly agree with him too. Is like a lot of the point of the movie is like images, like a lot of modern images almost are like too clear. They're too sharp in a way. Like so, he's like almost like fighting that by going the exact like opposite. You know what I mean? Like can you make a film by doing the opposite? And like the way the theme kind of fits the way he's like filming like using this kind of technique of out of focus too really fits the movie. I don't know. I'm kind of just this is like a placeholder pick for just like Hong Sang-soo in general because I like him a lot too, and like I'm picking some of these picks are like directors I want to come back to. So yeah, In Water.
Great pick. I don't think there's going to be a Hong Sang-soo on my list, Luke, so you're okay.
No, I don't think either of you actually.
Okay. My number 8 pick is actually going to be a movie I rewatched this morning just to make sure I still actually liked it. That's What We Do in the Shadows.
Damn.
So, Taika Waititi, big fall off, huge fall off,
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
massive fall off. I honestly think maybe Jermaine Clement might be the
that's a great position. That's a great position to back yourself onto right now because I feel like Taika Waititi pick. Like,
I mean, yeah,
Taika Waititi in the big 2025.
Still a funny movie.
This movie stock is at an all-time low.
amazing.
Though. Stock is at an all-time low.
It is.
We can all agree on that.
He's definitely.
It's a good position to pair it. That's all I'm saying.
It's a good movie.
No, but Jermaine Clement,
I'm scared
comes
of
up first. His name comes up first in the directorial credits, so there's something there.
But he's like fame hungry too, so maybe that's what.
Maybe. No, but What We Do in the Shadows, I watched this so many times pre 2021, and then I haven't watched it again for a long time. And so I watched it again this morning just to make sure I still loved it. And shockingly, because I was honestly worried, I really was, because Taika Waititi, like I said, has had a big fall off, especially for me. But this movie's still fucking hilarious, man. Like, oh my god, like if you like mockumentaries, especially, like this one is one of the best. I don't know, this one just like, and if you like vampires and werewolf shit, like just mystical shit like that, which I really do, it's hilarious because they are parodying just the genre in general of werewolf and vampires. But love that movie. My number 9 pick, honestly, a little bit harder since we're getting to the end. Just what do I want to leave off? My number 9 is going to be. Let's get a good modern director on here. Ambulance, Michael Bay.
Okay.
Love Ambulance. We're gonna have to.
Oh, I know what he's gonna pick. I know he's gonna pick because we will never stop talking about this movie. Dude.
I'm not picking Transformers.
No, I know what other Michael Bay movie you're picking.
I'm not picking a Bay movie.
You're not gonna pick Pain and Gain after all? How
early 2000s. That's like 2003.
Is it?
If you would pick Pain and Gain,
I thought Pain and Gain was 2010. But this guy never stops talking about it.
No, I didn't want to pick Bay because I talk about him so much.
I'll pick him though.
I'm trying to pick some other movies I haven't.
I'll pick
Pain and Gain is 2013.
Oh shit!
That's what I was saying.
Even though Transformers would be the one I pick, but it's just like I've already talked about it so much.
Wait, what Transformers came out?
Transformers 3.
Did it come out in 2010?
Yeah, it came out in 2010, I think. No, but Ambulance, we'll have to do this on the podcast. It does have a lot of similarities just to Tony Scott in general, which a lot of Michael Bay's movies do.
Yeah.
But I think Ambulance, Michael Bay is completely free of this
being annoying.
Being annoying, yes, exactly. And this movie is like what he does best, just like keeping everything going. Like this ambulance can't stop.
Dudes rock.
Dudes do
like
rock
in a
cinema,
good
like,
way.
yes.
Like in a good way.
No, and he actually does have something on his mind about the United States and the medical systems that are not usually on his minds too much. I don't think in any of his other movies, but at least not in my opinion. But yeah, Ambulance, Michael Bay's best movie.
Oh, you see the thing though recently where went to the Pentagon or something, or like.
He's got a few best movies, but it's one of them reserved.
He's got a few best movies.
All right, my number 9. This is another kind of pick where I've only seen it once, and it was actually kind of recently. And I really liked it way more than I was expecting. But it's also a placeholder of a director that I really need to go back and watch. And he makes Hong Sang-soo look young. It's Juror number 2 in Clint Eastwood.
Oh,
you watched it?
Yeah, I did watch it this year, or it might have been last year, but I think it was this year.
It
was surprisingly, honestly, like a really great movie. Just like this one, like it's a very low key movie. Honestly, just like straight to the point. Like I know a lot of people talk about. I don't know too much about Eastwood, like as much as like Blake does and stuff. But I know he's obviously
everyone like Letterboxd and Twitter loved him.
Yeah, and he's like known as a very economical director and stuff, you know. And this one is just like
one take.
It is very the one take and we keep going kind of thing. But just like the fact that he's like fucking 95 years old or whatever he is, and he's still like making movies like this, whereas like it really makes you think about the legal system and like.
You said
honestly, it might even better than it is a very energetic movie. Like and it's like funny and. I just like can't believe a 95-year-old made it. Like honestly, I might prefer this one to 12 Angry Men. Like it's kind of that kind of movie, you know. But I don't know. I just really love the movie, and it's just like another movie where I'm picking because I'm like, I gotta watch Clint Eastwood still. So, and I'm a big late style guy, you know. So, but yeah, Joe number 2.
Great pick.
I guess I got my last 2 here. I'll go with a movie I watched for the first time recently, and it's like it took me like it might be my favorite of the 2020s decade. Like it's definitely in contention. Like especially if I rewatch it, it might be like my favorite. It's Caught by the Tides, directed by Jia Zhangke. It's a film like it's like so hard to describe because it's like it's a movie that's like it's so interesting how it was made. Because it takes actually like a lot of the footage, he's taking a lot of like old footage and like literal footage from films he's already released. Specifically, Unknown Pleasures, which I haven't watched yet.
Great movie.
And Ashes is the Purest White, which I actually watched this week the first time. Ashes is amazing. But
I need to watch it.
We'll get to
that was one of my
it.
first Jia Zhangke's, honestly.
But this one, like he's like taking footage from those. Also, just like old footage that he never released, plus new footage, and he's like rearranging it to make this like really interesting like. It's like there's like barely a narrative, which I mean, Johnson K's like he's not like too much of a narrative filmmaker, but this is like his like most abstract I feel like that I've seen so far, because he's like constructing all of these, and it's like I don't know how it's like it almost it's like confusing, but like in a way that's kind of like his kind of I think his point in a way it's like how like all these like it's a general theme of his where like he's documenting like kind of like the alienation kind of like that is the that comes from like this like progress.
Yeah.
That China's going through, and there's like this tension between like the Communist Party and then like the capitalist opposition. That might be oversimplifying it, the thing in there, but that's the general idea I feel like. And like this one, it's like he's using like all those elements, and it's like it's like almost like it's a film about like how like kind of like all these people being caught in like the tides of like time itself, like in just history. And like there's like futuristic elements, like of course, which I mean there already were like in like Ashes Purest White, but like it's hard to describe. It's like I need to rewatch it too, but like yeah, I don't know if it's a movie I could ever write about because it's like so abstract, but it's like the images are just like incredible, and like the montage, oh my god, like there's some sections that are just like unbelievable.
I need to stay up to date with Jia Zhangke.
Yeah, I'm going through him right now. I'm watching him a lot right now. As kind of like part of like my contemporary director mission. Highly recommend. One of the best films of the decade. And then I guess with my last pick, we mentioned Song Sang-soo, who's another director I've been watching. And I'll go with The Novelist film, which was I was kind of afraid you were like somehow gonna pull that out of nowhere, Danny. Like. Yeah, this was actually I think my first Hong Sang-soo movie, and it like blew me away, like, cause it's like so simple. I guess it's past per usual with Hong Sang-soo. It's like so simple and low budget. But like oh my god, like the stuff he's able to do, like in the feelings he's able to like bring you, like with so little is like unbelievable. Cause this film's like it's about like this actress who like this writer who meets this actress, and like they like want to make a film together, and then they like do. It's like that's like basically like, the extent of like the narrative, I guess. You don't even see like the end result of. I guess you kind of see it. It's hard to explain, but like, have any of you seen the? Haven't seen the movie?
I don't think so. I've seen it.
But I feel like it's just a movie about like kind of like art and just like how it's like.
The funny thing is, I think I watched this and forgot to log it. Because you were describing it, and I was like, I think I've seen this movie.
Oh my god, this guy.
He has a few movies like this, though.
He does have a few like this, but I actually
it's like black and white. It's all black and white, except for the ending.
I recognize.
Oh my god, this guy.
I'll have to watch it again and log it. So.
Yeah, and like the ending is like incredible. Like, it's I guess I need to watch more Hong Sang-soo so I could like better articulate what he's going for. But like, I kind of read it's like about like what it means like translate art, like translate like emotions, feelings, and stuff. And kind of like I guess like the process behind like creating art, which I guess is a common theme I'm assuming for Hong Sang-soo. Especially the other one I watched, Grass, which is also fantastic.
Haven't seen that one. In another country,
it's an movie.
Maybe that was on my list, but I'm not going to pick it. But that's kind of about the writing process and how you make because it's just basically 3 separate stories using this French. I think is it Juliette Binoche? I can't remember.
Isabelle Huppert.
Isabelle Huppert, yeah. But it's basically just like she's in obviously Korea, and then there's this writer, the screenwriter's sister of this dude that she's staying at, like this house that she's staying at, and you figure out basically that she's essentially the one writing all these stories that we've been watching this entire time. But that would have probably been my pick if I would have. But
I'm definitely trying to watch more of him.
He's got a lot of movies too. Like he's definitely like a two to 3 a year movies a year guy.
Yeah,
for sure.
All right, my number 10. I'm going with the gut pick. Like definitely Letterboxd doesn't agree with me here, but it's like just one of my all-time. Even though I haven't seen it since 2022, it's like it's a movie I still think about a lot. The Dark Knight Returns Part 2.
Of course you do.
This is the DC animated Batman movie.
You talk about this movie.
He loves Marvel slop. No,
it's not Marvel.
This is DC.
Fucking fake.
Same thing.
Oh my god,
same
fucking
thing.
old man over here. Get out of here, Grandpa.
Scorsese doesn't say the same thing too. Like,
get out of here, Grandpa.
Same thing.
It's a theme park ride.
I just don't care. About
oh, you're so cool. You don't care about superheroes.
I'm not a nerd like you.
No, but this is actually a great movie. Like honestly, like I can see why people would be like, "Oh, it's like not mature or whatever." Like it's maybe conservative, it's reactionary. Blah, blah, blah. No, but it's like honestly, what I think of is just like how brutal the movie is. Like people that know comics like know about Frank Miller's like Batman and like kind of how he like basically made Batman like a lot more darker figure in a way and stuff. And a lot of these DC anime movies are basically just kind of like almost straight adaptations of these comics and just like short down and I don't know, this one especially part 2 where you get just so much. You get a Joker fight and you get a Superman fight, so you get like everything in one movie. It's like what people wanted. Like this is Snyder, a lot of big inspiration for Snyder's just Batman v Superman. Like they're kind of fine.
You like defender of those movies?
I mean, they're okay.
He's a defender of the Snyder cuts.
The Snyder cuts are better, but
you think it's like a really
he's a Snyder cut guy.
Like Snyder cut's like really.
The Justice League Snyder cut is actually pretty good. I'll give it credit for a superhero movie. Like it actually feels epic wise.
See, he'll say he'll watch that movie, but whenever you bring up fucking Celine and Julie go bowling,
oh yeah, right. You're a bad movie. It's like,
movies.
Like, see, like in those terms, like those movies actually make sense for the length.
Which movies?
Justice League.
Okay, you're trying to piss me off. I know that. Also, Blake, don't. Okay, Blake's bringing that up like he wasn't complaining.
Yeah, he's like, you watch a shorter movie than I do. He's always talking about it more than I do.
I do love short movies.
So this one's only 70 minutes too. And if you just love watching Batman beat the shit out of people and like, and I mean, you don't have to watch part 1, but part 1 is good too. And like me just talking about it right now, it's like, damn, I might just watch this after the episode. Like,
doesn't Batman die in part 1, or is that Superman?
No, Superman's in part 2. Like, cause Superman's kind of like the good guy. Like he's like the good guy working for the government, so he's technically a bad guy, you know. And cause like he's kind of uses like as a nuke, like America's nuke in a way. And so Batman's kind of like anti-America, like it forces him to be anti-America and stuff. Well, okay, but anyway, it's a great movie. Watch it.
Watch it.
It's on HBO Max. And I had to go with like kind of a nostalgia pick.
Okay.
Because this is like I said, like even though it's just the latest eras. You know, in a way, this is all of our earliest eras.
Huh?
Like, this is the movies we started watching.
Yeah, this is true.
When we first started watching movies.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like, this is all of our earliest eras in a way. So I'm trying to reflect that, too. Because, yeah, I've talked about before, like the Dark Knight trilogy was also got me into movies, too, like, really early on, but... All right, Blake.
My last pick. I actually am going to choose a Sky Hapinka movie. I haven't seen it in 2 years. He's a short filmmaker. Definitely modern. That's working right now. Filmmaker? Yeah, Okay.
He's like 5 something.
He's a film. He's a.
funny the way
How
he
do you
says
say?
that.
How do you say that the right way then? A maker of short films. A maker of short films.
A short film. Wait, actually, yeah.
Yeah, like the what?
It's kind of funny though, way like short film.
A maker of
I
short
would say he's more just playing around with the idea of what the image is, because a lot of his movies, like whenever Dany said I love short movies, obviously I do, because the movie I'm choosing is like 13 minutes, but the one I'm choosing is called, the title is Anti-Objects or Space Without Path or Space Without Path or Boundary. It's 13 minutes. I'm just gonna read the description on Letterboxd because it describes. Well, I talk about Sky Pinka, but I never talk about specific movies because they all kind of just flow together. I do remember this one though, and this is one of my favorites from him. But the description is, the title of this video, taken from the text of architect Kengo Kuma, suggests a way of looking at everything as interconnected and intertwined, such as the historical and the present and the tool and the artifact. Images and representations of two structures in the Portland metropolitan area that have direct and complicated connections to the Chinookan people who inhabited the land are woven in with audio tapes of one of the last speakers of the Chinookawa, the Chinookan Creole. These localities of matter resist their reduction to objects and call anew for space and time, given to wandering as a deliberate act, and the empowerment of shared utility. So, I mean, like, that's a lot. That basically says exactly what the movie is. But there's literally the only words in this movie are from that audio tape, and it's obviously subtitled, but it just he's just panning across what it looks like now, and then I have no idea what Luke's showing Dany right now.
I looked up Anti-Object, and your film came up first, and the third one is a crazy title.
What is it?
I don't want to name it like out loud. Just look up Anti-Object on Letterboxd in the third search. It's like, what the fuck?
Why is a movie like that even on Letterboxd?
Wait, and someone I follow liked it. Misleading title. Oh, okay, the title's misleading apparently.
Misleading title.
Okay.
No, yeah, but this one's just making you think about just time and space and how film reacts with that also, because we're able to listen to a language that is almost dead, talking about times that's past as we're looking at the present, or the present at the time that he filmed at the very least, and it just makes you think about a lot. But all of his movies are like that. They all take different things like that, because he's Native American, so he definitely has a lot of movies set in, or like showing just like America too, with a lot of like Native American languages attached to the images that you're looking at. So he's a really great filmmaker. I need to keep up with him, but like I said,
it's a great name.
It is a great name.
Skyhook.
He actually hasn't done that much more actually since I've seen him though.
He's made an 80-minute movie.
What's that one? Was that the first one?
Money towards the ocean, towards the shore.
Need to watch it. But yeah.
All right, well, I'll close this out.
Recap. Should we recap our picks?
Yeah, you can read.
So my picks were Uncut Gems, directed by Josh and Benny Safdie. Challengers, directed by Luca Guadagnino. Grand Budapest Hotel, directed by Wes Anderson. Old, directed by M. Night Shyamalan. Tenet, directed by Christopher Nolan. Casting Blossoms of the Sky, directed by Nobuhiko Obayashi. Song to Song, directed by Terrence Malick. The Boy and the Heron, directed by Hayao Miyazaki. Cop of the Tides, directed by Jia Zhangke. And then the novelist film, directed by Hong Sang-soo.
All right. So my number 1 is Uncle Boonmee. Number 2 is Certified Copy. Number 3 is Tale of Princess Kaguya. Number 4 is Happy People, A Year in the Taiga. Number 5 is Nine Sook. Number 6 is Journey to the West. Number 7, Voyage of Time. Number 8, In Water. Number 9, Drawer Number 2. And number 10, The Dark Knight Returns Part 2.
That Nine Sook pick might be the most bullshit pick we've ever had on the
Damn.
Even though I'm the one who's actually read about Indian painting and actually
Nine
Sook is.
I know who he is.
From the movie.
I've seen the movie.
That's it.
Damn.
No, my draft though. Number 1, Days. Number 2, Unstoppable, all AKA Unbreakable. Number 3, Goodbye to Language. Number 4, Interstellar. Number 5, Asteroid City. Number 6, Haigatami. Number 7, Fury Road. Number 8, What We Do in the Shadows. Number 9, Ambulance. And number 10, Anti-Objects or Space Without Path or Boundary.
All right. What are we doing next week?
We know one of the movies.
Easter episode. We're doing an Easter episode.
We know-
We can leave it at that for now.
So
Assassins
it's like a
33 AD is definitely one of them that we're doing. And then something else that we haven't decided
Something
on
Easter
yet.
related.
Luke brought up King of Kings.
Well, so we might do a bad Christian movie. I don't know.
Might do. Maybe. We're already kind of doing one, but it's kind of good also. So
Apparently, according to Dany, apparently not. Like,
it's kind of good, but it's also
Maybe
pretty
if we can
bad,
find
so-
another genre Christian movie like this one, because this is a sci-fi Christian, and we don't really get a lot of genre Christian movies, so if we can find another one, that might be good. But yeah,
Guess it depends what you mean by Christian movie too.
like faith-based, not Christian necessarily, but
Faith-based,
faith-based.
okay.
I think there's a difference there, but all right.
Yeah. Until next time. Hope to see you floating through the clouds.